Hi again, just wanted to do another video. This one's going to detail some interesting conversations I've had with them in the, covert format, basically, and otherwise. Because sometimes I'll talk to them aloud, I just don't care, and I don't want to keep it all bottled up anyway. And again, it's a process where, just like when I'm talking to you guys on this camera, until I post it, I'm essentially talking to myself. So it's good practice and things like that, so it's not really a big deal. But some of these examples are kind of funny because it's pretty obvious it's not a part of me. When you, mull them over, like, that doesn't make any sense, and of course it doesn't. So this example is, I don't need to hear any more about this conspiracy. And that's what they said to me. And I said, and then I go, because you know all about it? And then they go, yes. And then I'm like, outside entity confirmed, and laugh, because again, it doesn't make sense. Like, why, when I'm so obsessed over this whole thing and want to give all the, get all the information out there, would I ever say that I don't want to hear any more about it? I mean, come on. That makes zero sense. I've been, basically dealing with this for a year and a half, and I mean, I find it fascinating and terrifying at the same time, but at this point, I mean, I'm so desensitized, I mostly just find it fascinating. Some more examples that I think are kind of funny are like, they'll say that they're done, that they're over this, they're terrified, this and that. None of these things are part of me. I'm not done with this, and I'm not terrified, and that kind of stuff. But, and again, they'll use female voices as well, and I'm like, my whole life, I never heard any unwanted female voices in my head. It was always my own internal monologue. I mean, that was one of the biggest dead giveaways it was an outside entity. And even in the beginning, when I was buying into some of their stuff, when they were using the religious element and stuff like that, that was part of the reason, is because I knew it was an outside entity. It wouldn't have made sense. And then I started looking into all the scientific ways that they could pull it off. Laser audio tech, radio frequency transmitters, ultrasound, all kinds of different things that you can look up. You can look up online if you'd like. But then I settled on, most likely it's telepathy, and that's also because Albert Einstein, one of the most brilliant minds ever who ever lived, believed in telepathy, and it just fits the bill more than anything else. But I don't rule out anything. I want confirmation and proof, basically. But some of the other things that they basically say that just don't make any sense. I got arrested the minute I messed with your shirt. And I'm like, I don't think they would arrest you for vandalism, and also nobody said anything to me. I mean, that's another example of, the back and forth where it's like, that doesn't make any sense. We're paying you. We're sick of this. God dang it. I have nothing, all this kind of stuff. And then I'm like, I have to respond usually, or sometimes I'll ignore them. But sometimes I'll give them answers like, you should focus on what you do have. At least you have your health, things like that, whatever it may be. And it's ridiculous. It never ends. But at the same time, I do look at the silver lining that it does focus me and make me more sure of what I believe. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, just wanted to put all that out there. There's plenty of more examples. They say, like, he's literally dominating us. Don't charge me, enjoy your lives together, all this kind of stuff. And it's like, usually I want specifics, and I don't even know who said whatever it is sometimes. And I'm like, what the hell? Why would there be a voice even in my head that I don't even recognize? I can't even put a finger on who it is. Another example. Anyway, like I said, guys, I know that if you guys are going through this and you start to pay attention, you'll be able to figure it out, and you might be able to get more useful information for me about who you might have pissed off in your life or whatever else, or, maybe you had some money that they wanted to take. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for listening again.